Mr. President, at this time the facts are as follows. This morning, 4 planes were hijacked. 2 were crashed into the World Trade Towers. The North Tower at 8:46, the South Tower at 9:02 a.m. A third plane leaving Dulles crashed into the western side wall of the Pentagon at 9:40 a.m. The final plane, Flight 93, flying out of Newark, crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania at 10:01 a.m. At this time, we are not sure of the intended target of the plane, but we have received intel of passengers using their cell phones aboard that flight, notifying loved ones that they were about to overtake the plane. They believe the plane was going to be used as a missile to target either the White House or the Capitol. We estimate approximately 150 personnel have been lost at the Pentagon. Many burn victims are being rescued. The side that was hit contained mostly newly renovated offices, but we have been reassured that the military command and intelligence has not been impacted as a whole and is still fully operational. The North and South World Trade Towers in Manhattan have collapsed. The South fell at 9:59 and the North at 10:28 a.m. Volunteers and emergency personnel are coming in from all over the country to help with medical needs, cleanup, rescue, supplies, and food needs at this time. We estimate thousands of people are dead and thousands more are injured. All incoming and outgoing domestic and international flights have been suspended. Canada is closing its airspace at this time. Mexico has not. We believe most of the hijackers were of Saudi nationality and a few from Egypt. 266 people died on those 4 hijacked flights. We suspect 19 hijackers were involved. The American airline attendants of Flight 77 were able to communicate with the ground, giving us enough details for us to point to Hani Hanjour and Majid Makid as 2 hijackers. They had entered the U.S. in July of this year. We believe Egyptian Mohammed Atta was one of the hijackers on Flight 11, and sir, he was on Able Danger's list of possible Islamic terrorists to watch out for over a year. He may have helped to arrange contacts and transfer of funds. He may have known Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who we suspect constructed the idea of today's bombings. NSA confirms that Nawaf al-Hazmi and Khalid al-Mindar were present at the Malaysian conference and had been monitored. Now it looks that they were 2 of the hijackers aboard Flight 77. As you are well aware, our intelligence has been following the trail of suspected terrorist acts to al-Qaeda. A report says Arafat may be behind the bombings, although he has emphatically denied it. Sir, it appears that miscommunication, or more importantly, unshared information between the FBI and CIA occurred, which provided the means for hijackers to proceed virtually without interruption for over a year in this country. Some hijackers attended flight schools in Florida, and their whereabouts were being monitored. Former FBI agent John O'Neill was in one of the towers and is believed dead. He gathered intelligence against al-Qaeda and continually tried to get the FBI, CIA, and NSA to share leads concerning all Islamic extremist intel. We are not dealing with a religion, sir, but an ideology of radical proportions. The Muslim religion without Sharia law and fatwas of jihad is a semblance of a sane people doing the best they can to be charitable and loving. That is not what we are dealing with here. On the contrary, this is an extremist culture of, as we know now well, very dangerous brotherhoods. Historically, the Al-Qaeda and Taliban have obtained millions of dollars in weaponry from us during their fight against the Soviets. We have linked them to the coal bombing and terrorist acts in numerous countries. Satellites show that they are training in Afghanistan and in the past have trained in Sudan. A man by the name of Osama bin Laden may be at the helm as a sort of war leader. It has been very difficult to reach to the core of these groups, as they have traditionally fronted themselves as non-profits throughout the world. Mr. President, I highly suggest we tear apart all known cells within the U.S., target known leaders in the al-Qaeda movement, and bring together all intelligence, foreign and domestic, who are studying Islamic terrorism. We are at a crucial point where the surveillance and leads to all known operatives must be shared immediately to avert any further movement of terrorism against the United States.